Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Karl Russo. Both the House and Senate have been out for a week-long congressional recess, but just because things have been quiet on the legislative front does not mean we haven't seen action in Washington. Pursuant to court orders, officials at several government agencies began rehiring more than 24,000 probationary federal workers that had been fired as part of the administration's effort to shrink the size of the 2 million-person federal workforce. The Federal Reserve maintained its target range for the federal funds interest rate at 4.25% to 4.5%, while noting that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace and the unemployment rate has stabilized at a low level, but inflation at 2.5% remains somewhat elevated above the Fed's 2% target. The Fed did reduce their projected growth rate for the economy in 2025 to 1.7% this year from its 2.1% projection in December, and increased the projected inflation rate to 2.7% from 2.5% as concerns over the economic effects of tariffs weigh on policymakers. In the week ahead, Congress returns as House and Senate Republicans continue to work out differences between their respective budget resolutions for this year. The chambers will need to agree on top-line numbers for spending and tax changes to unlock procedural benefits of reconciliation that would allow a bill to pass with a simple majority in the Senate. Among the differences, the House has sought generally larger reductions in mandatory entitlement spending and included a provision to increase the federal debt limit. The Senate has preferred a current policy baseline against which to measure the size of tax changes, with a stated goal of making it easier to make expiring individual provisions of the 2017 Tax Act permanent. House leadership has said they would like to see final legislation pass before the Memorial Day recess. Also on the horizon is the April 2nd deadline the Trump administration set for imposition of reciprocal tariffs on our trading partners. The administration has said they will consider both explicit tariff barriers as well as non-tariff trade barriers imposed by other countries, such as currency manipulation, industrial subsidies, and labor conditions, when determining the level of reciprocal tariff to impose. Treasury Secretary Bessent has also signaled that the administration is open to negotiation before or shortly after the reciprocal tariffs are scheduled to take effect.